Yellow duckies, and welcome to Mutropolis. This is another game demo from the Steam Summer Games Festival. And I'm not quite sure what it was. There was something about the look of this that I found really interesting. So I figured let's try this out, you know? That's a game controller, little squirrel. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, this is... Everybody left, I think? Going to Mars? Okay. How's the expedition going? Henry. Just let me check. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. What was the question again? Have you found any interesting artifacts? Yes, a beautiful statue and a pair of vases. Vases, however you pronounce them, guys. Luke says they could be more than 3,000 years old. 3,000 years old? Here? You mean they're pre-cataclysmic? Totel must be thrilled. The last time we found something that old, the Vice Dean took credit for the discovery while Totel went to get champagne. Well, he's still not happy. He's been grumbling all morning. So stay on his good side, okay? 2880? 2880. What? Sorry, what were you saying? What are you working on? Unlocking the data Luke's gathering. And Micro is helping Max plumb the depths of the fissure. To tell you the truth, Henry, I'm a little overwhelmed. I don't want to mess up the first time Total takes me on an expedition. Cheer up, Carlotta. You couldn't do more damage than Total usually does himself. In 92, he got trapped inside a Sardinian sarcophagus he was studying. We found him fast asleep, hugging the mummy. Really? Total told me you were the one who got trapped, and that he saved your life with his bare hands. What? He tried to convince me it was Cobra. He said she got locked in with a bunch of venomous snakes, and he saved her using a tin opener. Me, I was the one who noticed he was missing. Good old Total. He likes to play the hero. But if he hadn't gotten stuck in that sarcophagus, we never would have found the inscription on the lid. How's Total? I don't know. He spent all day muttering at the far end of the site. I offered to help earlier, but he asked me to leave because I was breathing too loud. What's all that yammering about? Back to work, everybody. See you later. I'll be here if you need anything. I'm really glad I finally got to come out in the dig. Let's check out these mushrooms. These mushrooms are so small, I should leave them be. Science junk, site markers, FD crates, theodolite, and a can. I don't need this stuff today. What about this? Oh. Broken again, probably Total in one of his moods. Firmly fixed in the ground. What's in the box? I'm an experienced archaeologist. I'm not going to remove a relic just like that. Password protected. Perhaps I can guess it. Wrong. What are the chances? Go over here and check the bag. Oh, these mushrooms are small. Look at the hole. It reminds me of the holes I dug in my mom's flower bed. I always knew I wanted to be an archaeologist. Actually, let's talk to Luke. Is everything okay? If these readings are accurate, more than okay, Henry. The latest findings are 2 to 3 millennia old. We could be onto something big here. Sorry, Henry, I have to read the locator. 2438896. Logged. If you need anything, let me know. How come the toolbox is locked? We always lock up the kit when we're in the field. Standard practice. I need some tools. Do you know the code? Kind of. It's a lot of numbers to remember every day, so Micro and I remember half each. I know the first 4 numbers, Micro knows the rest. Do you want me to write them down for you? Don't bother, I have photographic memory. I don't need to write them down. It's up to you. Password is 5657. It wasn't a reading. Oh, but I already logged it. Let me see that. I'd better leave them alone. At least I have half the... Okay, so let's talk to Micro. Hi, Micro. Can I help? Sorry, Henry. I need to focus on Max. He's pretty deep into the fissure. I could hold the rope for a while. I can't pass you the rope. This requires maximum concentration. I can't let go until I'm sure Max has landed safely at the bottom, but it's so dark down there. Max is so brave. How will you know when he's on solid ground? I don't know how I'll know. That's why I'm holding on. What if you cramp up? That position doesn't look too comfortable. I'm a professional. The key is to stay focused and to wiggle your toes a little. Can we talk a minute? Can't talk. Have to help Max until he gets to the end of the tunnel. But you can't see anything down there. Okay, well. The one in the middle is my backpack. There's my geological chronometer. Could be useful. And somewhere around here... Hey. Where's my trowel? Did someone take my trowel? Why would I want your trowel? We didn't take it. I don't even understand why you keep it. It's obsolete. Objectively outmoded. Can't believe my trowel has disappeared. At least a geological chronometer is in there. I'll need it if I want to know how old something is. It's empty now. Cobra. Dijon. Do you really need to call me by my last name? Okay. Any news? You're late. I stayed up working really late last night. Toto was sure there is a cross-shaped anomaly on the Chinese vase we found. In the end, it turned out it was just upside down. Never mind. Have you talked with base camp? I make contact in the morning. Would you mind asking them? I'd like to know if they need anything. Situation update, PJ. They say they're fine, Dijon. They're always fine. You don't seem too busy. You're right. Should I be more like you, wandering out aimlessly looking at stuff? No, you should stay where you are. The lighting in this part of the cave enhances your natural scowl. Shouldn't you be cataloging the latest findings? Don't insult me, Dijon. You don't need an archaeology degree to do grunt work. Let Carlotta do that. Carlotta's busy. Then you can do it. You don't look busy. That's why you and I don't talk more. What made you want to become an archaeologist? You don't seem very excited by the work. The rest of you get way too excited. I'm good at this job, Dijon, and it pays well. But why archaeology? You could make more money as a security cop. Honestly, I thought archaeology would involve more action. At least it gave me a chance to leave Mars. I always thought you'd be good in the army. Me too. They wanted me to cut my hair. Yeah, they're pretty old-fashioned, and on top of that... Wait a second. Are we having a friendly chat? No. No way. Stop trying to butter me up, Dijon. Leave it, Cobra. The magic is gone. Do you know the password to the toolbox? No. Now, if you don't mind, I'm very busy. You wouldn't happen to have taken my trowel? I don't care about your trowel, but have you seen it? No. Okay. I'll leave you alone. Fine. Marco's probably... Yep, Marco's too busy. Can't find my trowel. You used it yesterday to open a beer at base camp, but where is it now? I don't know why you don't just dispose of it. It's almost an antique itself. Exactly. It's a design classic. You haven't seen my trowel. Maybe you left it in your sleeping bag again? I don't take the trowel to bed with me. Good. You've learned your lesson. You wouldn't know the password to the toolbox. I knew yesterday's password, but the twins change it every day. Alright. Big mushroom. Let's take the big mushroom. And I'm guessing this is total. No, impossible. Sorry I'm late, Total. I overslept. Henry, please. Don't distract me with such trifles. I must solve this riddle. Days of work, and we're still stuck in the wrong chamber. This chamber is pretty interesting, isn't it? Do you want to spend the rest of the day stuck outside a door like this? Well... No. We must be in some kind of antechamber. Our findings have been mostly decorative, and that door, it looks important. Precisely. Why don't we just knock through the wall? No explosives. We can't risk damaging whatever is on the other side. I'll wager this door is hiding something very, very important. There has to be another way. These inscriptions, they're the key, but I can't decipher them. Speak friend and enter? No, nothing works. Closer look at these inspections. The markings, they're very crude. I can't be certain, but something tells me these inscriptions aren't really ancient. Maybe Total is wasting his time. I should look for a way to test my hypothesis. What's that? Nothing. They're beautiful inscriptions. I better not say anything to Total until I'm sure. The last thing I need is him having a meltdown. Why are all the lamps frowny faces? The smell of recent dug up earth gets me emotional. I better look away. I don't want to cry. I don't need to go back to the camp. They need me at the excavation. Reminds me, yeah, we already... Do I have, like, an inventory, or can I... Sorry guys, 1 second. Nope, I don't have the ability to look at anything. I need the password. Marco, I need the password. Again. Still need to have the password. Seriously, you can't pull them up. No matter how much I keep doing it, the lights are not going to move. If you must know, they have a sophisticated clamping system that keeps them fixed in place. Cobra, do you know the password? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, now I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Door. Sorry if you guys hear a certain fluffy boy in the background having a meltdown. Let's see. Interesting. Very interesting. According to these readings, this door is no more than 500 years old. That's way more modern than our other findings. It can only mean one thing. The ancient door is covered by some kind of clay sediment. And the inscriptions, they must be more recent than the door. Someone carved them into the clay. The real door must be sealed closed under the surface. Total. I've dated the door and it's less than 500 years old. Sorry? I think the real door is buried under a layer of clay. But what about the inscriptions? The inscriptions must be recent too. Maybe even less than 100 years old. Supreme Squid. Are you sure? I used my geological chronometer. Don't you think... Didn't you think of that? I was getting round to it, but they seemed so ancient. Perhaps I should have been more skeptical. How do you explain the inscriptions then? I think they might not be inscriptions. I think they're gratings. Well, this could be good news. Do you think you can clear a way through the door? I'll try. What do you expect to find behind the door? I think we're looking at pre-cataclysmic remains here, Henry. Pre-cataclysmic? That seems optimistic. We need a little optimism in this job. Any idea how we can get through the door? Now that we know the inscriptions are not of value, we need some kind of reagent to soften the clay and a tool to work it loose. A tool like my trowel? I was thinking something more modern, like a thermal pick or a nano detonator. But yes, if it makes you happy, I suppose your crummy old trowel would do. Any idea how we can get through the door? We just asked that about the inscriptions. Yes, they're not really ancient, I know. I was just going to say, spit it out. It's just that you seem so absorbed in deciphering them. Nonsense. Anyway, there's no reason to go blabbering to the others about this. Let's keep it between us, shall we? Do you know the password for the toolbox? Carpet. Yes, it was carpet. No, wait. It's the password for my safe. I think I've lost my trowel. Your trowel? I saw it inside the binocular case, near the rubble. Are you sure? Well, at first I thought it was my trowel, and then I remembered I don't use a trowel because it's the 50th century. So it must have been yours. When did you see the trowel in the binocular case? I'd just finished my morning checklist, so it couldn't have been later than 10. But when I went back at 11, the binocular case had disappeared. I remember because I saw Cobra chewing gum. That's weird. Cobra never chews gum before 12. Precisely. That's how I know the exact time. At 11 o'clock, the binoculars were already gone. Somebody must have moved them. I'll look in the rubble. There must be some trace. Don't worry, I'll find a way to open that door. Footprints. Interesting. I can make out the indentation from the binocular case and a heel mark. Carlotta. Where were you between 10 and 11 this morning? Sorry? Toto witnessed the binocular case over the rubble around 10, but an hour later it was gone. Binocular case? I think my trout was in the binocular case. And I noticed heel marks around there from your heels, Carlotta. Henry, are you accusing me of something? I'm just asking a question, ma'am. Fine, let me think. Yes, I saw the case. It was lying in the rubble and I thought it might be lost. So I gave it to Micro. What time was that? Around 11:30, I think. No, I'm sure, because Micro was downloading data from the base computer and he got an electric shock. The computer clock stopped at exactly 11:30 at the time I gave him the case. So Micro must have your trowel. But if it's in the binocular case, he wouldn't know. I'll talk to him. Don't leave town, okay? So let's talk to Micro. Can't see anything down there. Oh. Watch out for falling mushrooms, Max. Damn, I've hit him on the head. Max is working. You can see the bottom of the hole now. Yes, Max made it down one piece. Phew. Shouldn't you have some kind of radio contact with Max? We do. But I left the receiver in my other suit. Where were you between 11:30 and 12 this morning? I have witnesses that saw you handling the binocular case at 11:30. My trowel was in that case. Damn it, Henry, some mysteries are best left buried. You must know where the binocular case ended up. I'm sure you wouldn't mean to do anything wrong. I just want my trowel. I won't rest until I find it. I don't have the case. Luke is very strict when it comes to equipment. He'd go nuts if I lost a piece of kit. I've said too much. J'accuse Micro. Carlotta told me everything. You can't hide it any longer. Come clean. All right. Okay then. But don't judge me. Promise you won't tell anyone. My lips are sealed. I just want my trowel. Okay then. When Carlotta gave me the binocular case, I saw something shiny inside. I swear I didn't know it was your trowel, but I realized the binoculars weren't in there. Luke is so damn strict about us losing things. I knew he'd be mad about it. There was nothing I could do except get rid of the case. Are you telling me you destroyed my trowel? I hid the case in the rocks near the cave's entrance. Thanks, Micro. I promise I won't tell Luke anything. You're a good friend. I need the password for the toolbox. Well, don't tell Luke, but I didn't memorize it. I wrote it on a piece of paper. Luke takes password security really seriously. Let me see. 7823. That's just the last four numbers. Luke will remember the rest. Better get back to watching Max. No, Max. Put the Cobra light down. Now I have the full password. For Viola. Alright, so rocks first. Liquor City, I'll get closer, better look around. No sign of the case armor trowel. Wait a second, there's a puddle of water here, and over there, that's... chewing gum? Chewing gum! What did Total say about chewing gum? Well, most of the tools must be in use. There must be something useful in among these supplies. Aha! Aqua dentata, bite with water. Cobra? Well, Cobra. Thought you'd gotten away with it. Are you playing detective again? Didn't you end up getting a dead leg the last time? Yes, you may have given me a dead leg, but this time I'm ready for you. Go on then. Where were you at 11:30 this morning? I was doing my daily exercise. Unlike you, I like to keep in shape. I have to get her to confess. I have irrefutable proof that you were at the entrance to the cave at 11:30. What proof? A cigarette butt, a lipstick smudge, maybe a footprint. I hope it's a footprint. Come on, Cobra. This won't take work if you don't play along. Okay, whatever. I'm innocent, Your Honor. I use reverse psychology. Morning exercises, eh? Sounds like thirsty work. Keeping hydrated isn't a crime. Of course not. However, there was no water in sight, right? So you had to go back to base camp. And when you approached the cave entrance, you found the binocular case. So what if I did? I'm looking for it. Why didn't you just say so? Because I thought you would lie about it. You usually do. I do love to lie, true. I don't need to tell you where they are. I don't need you to tell me where they are. I can tell just by looking at your face. What? You're a good liar, but a bad poker player. What's that got to do with anything? You get nervous easily. Enough mind games, Dijon. I've got it. What? Your hands, they're covered in fluorescent dust. I didn't see it until you got nervous and started moving. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't need to say anything, Cobra. This morning you hid my trowel in the binocular case, and you buried it in the rubble, hoping it would be lost, no doubt. And it would have been, if Carlotta hadn't stumbled upon it. Later, when you saw the case with my trowel near the entrance, you knew your plan had failed. You decided to hide it again, this time among the mushrooms. That's why your hands are covered in luminescent mushroom spores. Cobra, Cobra, Cobra. All this effort just to annoy me. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, it took hardly any effort. Maybe among this bunch of mushrooms? No, it's not here. Suppose Cobra wouldn't hide it this close. My trowel! Another case solved by Detective Dijon. Alright, but we need water, don't we? Oh wait, no. Water bottle. No sign of case or my trowel. Wait a second, someone spilled water over there. What's that? I already found it. Do I need to report back to Cobra that I found it? Cobra. Right, but we need water, don't we? Any idea how to get through this door? A reagent should be enough to soften the rock, and then some kind of tool to loosen it. Tool like control. Okay, let's see. We have. Let's see. It's working. Clay softened. Still can't remove it with the hand. Need to press this tool. This should work. Clay comes off easily. Let's see what's underneath. Incredible. It has a handle. Open it, Henry. Open it. Let's see what's behind this door at last. Door's open, Toto. It's very dark. We need lanterns. We can't waste any more time. Come on, kids. Let's go, Henry. You first. By the supreme squid. This is brilliant. What is it? It's an ancient mural, Carlotta. This is the real deal. It's incredible. It's perfectly preserved. This discovery will change history. I'm going to date it. "3,000 years old. It's pre-cataclysmic? Of course it's pre-cataclysmic. Don't you see?" See what? It just says trope. Mutropolis. Exactly. The place you were telling me about? Total's Lost City. Are you sure about this, Professor? We've been wrong before. It's more than a hunch this time, Cobra. So this is Mutropolis. Seems kind of small and dingy. This isn't the city, Carlotta. It's just a clue showing the way. Exactly. So are you going to go look for it? Can I come too? Carlotta, Mutropolis probably doesn't exist outside of Total's imagination. It's Atlantis. It's El Dorado. A city concealing treasure more than 200 million years old. Millions? Relics from a time when the world was populated by monsters. They were called Dinotars. I thought they were just bedtime stories. The legend says their bones lie in Mutropolis, and that's all that they are. Legends. It's hard to believe a place like Mutropolis really exists. Enough skepticism already. Archaeology is about curiosity. It would be a sight to see. I thought... Cobra, what are you doing? Me? Nothing. Let me go! Total, what's going on? Are you okay? Who turned out the lights? Ah! What? Ouch! Henry! Careful! They're over here. Quick! They're getting away! After them! Where's Henry? He must be chasing them. Carlotta, watch out. Stay close to me. Carlotta? Damn it, run. That's all they're gonna give us? Oh my gosh. Okay guys, on my scale of wishlist or not, I am going to be wishlisting this. This is awesome. Story-wise, it actually keeps up. It doesn't take too long as far as figuring out what to do. That was just me a little. So, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell icon to keep up to date on all the videos. And remember to free the feral wildflower in you. Oh gosh, sorry I yawned, guys. Bye-bye.